FBI just issued major warning to Robert Mueller, you'll be surprised. As special counsel Robert Mueller's evidently free investigation keeps on frequenting the Trump Organization, the FBI has issued an astounding cautioning to Mueller himself to remain in line lest he confronts the outcomes. Bob Mueller understands, and I understand the specific scope of the investigation, and so no, it's not a fishing expedition, said Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein yesterday. If there is evidence of a crime that is found within the scope of what they agreed, then Mueller has free rein, Rosenstein would explain. However, if it's outside the scope of the probe, then he needs to come to the acting attorney general at this time for permission to expand his investigation, he said, according to the Washington Examiner. Rosenstein initially appointed Mueller to supervise the government Russia test, which started back in May when President Trump fired FBI Director James Comey. Albeit such an issue would fall under Attorney General Jeff Sessions' consideration, he recused himself from the case, in which Rosenstein, at last, was given the ability to contract and fire the uncommon advice. Reports surfaced asserting that Mueller extended his investigation to take a gander at Trump's funds, and in addition putting pressure on past representatives of the president, for example, his previous campaign manager Paul Manafort. Trump has vocally scrutinized these strategies in a New York Times interview where he expressed, I think that's a violation. Look, this is about Russia. As indicated by a few sources, Mueller's investigators have been investigating the monetary records that have no connection to the 2016 race cycle, with one report noticing sources described an investigation that has widened to focus on possible financial crimes, some unconnected to the 2016 election, as per CNN. It doesn't take a lawyer to understand that Trump's funds fall totally outside of the domain of his election campaign and goes past the extent of Mueller's appointment to move that is prevalent, Rosenstein has clarified. John Dowd, Trump's lawyer, commented those transactions are in my view well beyond the mandate of the special counsel, are unrelated to the election of 2016 or any alleged collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia, and more importantly, are well beyond any statute of limitation imposed by the United States Code. Truth be told, this isn't the first run-through Mueller has violated his limits in his zeal to move his investigation. Mueller had called upon the Trump administration to hand over records in connection to resigned Lieutenant Gen. Michael T. Flynn, and in addition the Turkish government, as indicated by the New York Times. The liberal and dynamic components of our legislature would readily observe Mueller abuse each procedural confinement in the book on the off chance that he could weave up a story persuading enough to could sink the administration. Tragically for them, the statute of restrictions exists for a reason, and their fantasies won't effortlessly happen as intended. Robert Mueller's special counsel investigation has been enlarging in scope since its origin. Do you trust that Mueller is deliberately focusing on President Trump? Various stories have uncovered Mueller's strong Democrat bias, including delegating for the most part attorneys who have given to Democrat competitors before. A really free legal would see Mueller's investigation ceased. Ideally, a wonder such as this will happen later on. Until at that point, Trump must stay vigilant and not think little of the danger a one-sided investigation, for example, Mueller's could do to his administration, regardless of the possibility that his discoveries are false. What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comments section below.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my STC News channel. Goodbye and see you again.